Family owned and operated, always the best value.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Treads Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Treads Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Treads Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio in the heart of Lincoln, America. Youth Football 101. Get a peek into the world of youth football in the state of Nebraska with Tank Perry of Paramount Sports Academy. This is Youth Football 101 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What's going on? I'm your man Tank, and we are here with all things youth football. I think we need to call it all things football, really, maybe next year. 101. It's still 101, right?
Yeah, I think so. We seem to change the title just about every week, just depending on what we're feeling.
Well, I'm no longer the CEO of Lincoln Youth Football. I demoted myself.
Did you?
I did. It was on the feeder that I was the CEO of Lincoln Youth Football. So no longer are we going to be that way. So we're changing that. We got some technical difficulty in here. Turn the volume down. Volume's feeding in.
You're fine.
Oh, she can't see your face. Oh, Jim, there you go. Look up. You can't see. Drop it more. Drop it more.
More. Oh, come on now.
Come on.
You guys know me. I have they say, I have a face for radio, not online. So we're all right.
They say that's why you do radio, so you're not really seen, right?
That's right. That's right.
So listen, I'm in the house today with my good friend Jim Sandman, Lincoln Youth Football president, works for LPS for many, many years, has an amazing family who's also involved in Lincoln Youth Football. I'm with probably the number one and probably the chief mentor for me, which everybody who knows me knows I talk about him all the time, Terry Neiman and Sons of Neiman and Sons, who pulled me out of the gutter some years ago and let my face be seen. So, Terry, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we have a lot to talk about today. And today's really cool, Jim, because in all of the time, I don't really get to talk about things that I'm doing or my sponsor, right? So all of a sudden, I'm part of it now because I'm his AD.
Right.
So I'm going to be talking today a little bit more about things that matter and that we're doing as well. So, Jim, obviously, you can ask all the questions. Before we get started, let's talk about our sponsors. It's really important for the folks that sponsor us. You also are welcome to sponsor us if you just give us a call at Lincoln Youth Football, or you call me at 402-310-3589. I'm really easy to find on Facebook. We're always looking for sponsors to help us with the show. It's pretty inexpensive as a whole, but it does help our budget because a lot of stuff we do is nonprofit. First of all, we'll talk about Sauter Heyman, and we are being we have a text line through Allo, right? And the number for the text line, do you have the number for the text?
Yes, I do. The number for the text is 402-483-6515. 888-464-5685.
There we go. And we always have people text in, so feel free to call in the show and text in. The show's interactive. I'll always check my phone as well. I get a lot of questions. Jim, you've gotten questions before as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to fire ahead. Now, we have a new sponsor for this
We
month,
do for this
correct?
month for the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Everybody knows that Greens Furnace and Plumbing is one of our
Absolutely.
regular sponsors,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They sponsor one of the clubs. But this month, we're sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing. So we're going to do the read like we usually
do the read.
right? So Lincoln Youth Football is sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing since 1921. Greens has been leading in the residential and commercial HVAC game. Give them a call, 402-467-4444, and learn why Greens Furnace and Plumbing is one of the most trusted and reliable companies to work with in Lincoln and the surrounding area.
I love it. And we thank you so much for that. Be sure to take a look at us on Facebook, streaming, Instagram. I mean, we're all over the place. This show's getting widely popular, which is good. So we're going to jump into this thing, right? Because Terry's blessed us with his presence. He probably hasn't slept since 1 or 2 this morning. He's been hanging out. Terry, thank you again for being here, and thank you for everything that you're doing. So let's, I know we can zip right to Neiman's and Sons over the last, I think we figured it out the other day, 12 years. Let's go back. I mean, you've been in the game for a long time and well respected. Not only did you play football yourself, but then you've been coaching. Let's kind of go back to your history of Lincoln Youth Football as a whole.
Okay. I started, I believe, in 1981.
Okay.
Started coaching. I had a guy approach me and asked me if I wanted to come help coach for Leon's grocery store, which I did. So I started back then and continued coaching for Leon's for, I think, approximately 22 years or so.
Now, what years were this? Like, come on, help us out. You think you're smooth trying to dance around?
He was 81 through 2000.
2000. That's correct. So I was there that long. And then I took a couple years off when my kids were playing college ball. I had 2 boys that played college football. So I took a couple years off.
Lean forward just a little bit more.
And then I believe the league came to me. We had one of our sponsors get out, which was Runza. So they asked if we would take over their area, which I was kind of wanting to do that anyway. So,
Nice.
So 12 years ago, we sponsored our own team. So just kind of been around a little while.
Good. Yeah, just a little while. So when did you finally actually stop coaching?
Oh, I stopped coaching. I think the last 3 years I have not coached.
Okay.
Up till then, I was helping coach.
An amazing job.
Wow.
Absolutely. Well, okay, because there's more. So you have children who obviously are adults now. Let's talk about some of the things that you've done with them.
Okay. Well, all 3 of my boys work for our company, and are in the business. Their boys all play a lot of sport. Their kids play a lot of sports. My oldest has 2 boys that played all the way through Neiman and Sons until 2 years ago. The youngest one decided that he wanted to go and play for Manzitos and with his friends. I said, that's awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
As long as you're in, we support everybody.
Absolutely.
And love them all. And so he went to play for Manzitos. He's been with Manzitos the last 2 years.
Okay.
Trent's my youngest. He has a son called Houston. His name is Houston. And Houston plays for Neiman and Sons.
Yeah, quite the athlete.
And he'll be back again this year. He'll be going into 6th grade.
Okay, and your boys are athletes. I mean, what they do?
Yep. So all my boys were. My oldest, Travis, he was a cross country runner, a track runner. He was at Southeast High School also. I think they won 3 state championships.
Yeah, he was very talented here.
When he was there. Been pretty fortunate watching kids play ball, but Trevor played football for Southeast all the way through. They also won a state championship.
Yep, 2012.
And then Trent played for Southeast also, and they won a state championship. Yep. So I think all 3 of my boys have been involved in state champions at Southeast High School, which was awesome and fun to watch.
So this is the real deal for you.
Yeah.
And they coach, right? 2 of them coach. I mean, Trevor coaches, Trent coaches, very knowledgeable about the game, do a really good job, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. So,
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Terry, as a Southeast guy, right? Southeast football wouldn't have been what they were back in the day without Leon's, right? And you were a major part of that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
So
yeah.
it's really cool to see, back then when you were at Leon's, we'd have the players. We were there at Southeast. We'd come back and coach. We'd go play. We'd run everything. That's what we're trying to get to now, right? Back to working with the staffs and everything else. Even though, like we've said, that LPS has open districts, we're still trying to lock down with our districts, So, but I want to say as a former Knight, thank you. So,
well, and well said, Jim, because at the end of the day, Terry Lincoln, Terry is a legend on the underside of Lincoln through sports.
Yes, sir.
Through football and all that he's done, all the way through 3 generations, right? So he's working on the 3rd generation, and they're also good athletes. So we do take our hats off to you, because sometimes it's the unsung hero that you don't know their history. And one thing about me, not only by education, I'm a historian, but I've always been curious of the connecting fibers of life. And we're looking at them in this show today actually really highlights, right, how mild-mannered and how positive you are, but what you've really done and what you really mean to Lincoln. So again, we thank you for that, and we appreciate it. So what on earth? You're running a successful business, right? You're ready to keep it going, enjoy yourself, and all of a sudden 12 years ago, you decide you want to be a sponsor. What were you thinking?
Well, the biggest thing is probably for me, as growing up as a kid, I never had anything. I had zero. To get to Lincoln was a really hard time for me to get here. A lot of the kids that we coach and sponsor are underprivileged kids. To me, to be able to help out and give back to the community and help those kids is a great honor to me.
Yeah.
It's more of an honor than anything else. So, yeah, I just like helping the kids and everybody. It don't make no difference what team they're on. Lincoln Youth is a great program, and got great people like you too.
Come on now.
That's the whole kay.
Pale in comparison, but thank you.
I don't do anything. I sit back and watch.
Yeah.
So,
the maestro himself, the GOAT. Oh, I don't do anything. That's because you did so much, right? So yeah, we appreciate that. And so now you've got Neiman's. So we go back 12 years ago. You got Neiman's and Sons, and you got all these kids showing up. Now it's your dime. What are you thinking when you look around?
That was a really tough program to jump into.
Yeah.
We didn't have very many coaches. We struggled for a lot of years. We really did, trying to get everybody organized, trying to get the parents and the kids and everybody on the same thing. But in the last few years, since we got Tank as our AD, and we've really became organized. Tank's brought on so many good coaches and so many just structure. I think that's something that we never ever had before, was structure. Now we got structure all the way from the second that our practice starts every day, all the way to the very end.
Yeah.
Even water breaks are structured.
Yeah, you bet.
So just from Tank and all the coaches that he's brought on has really made us, I think now we can compete. We hang in there, we can play with all the other teams in the league, which is awesome. And last year we even won a championship, our first championship ever for Neiman and Sons, which was really fun.
Yeah.
So,
and I think those things are important. And I don't want to take all the credit for it. And it does feel good when you get those accolades. But, it's people like Jim, who's mentored me, Justin White, who I played who I coached for a year when I was really just trying to sit on the sideline. Mike as a whole, and then Heavy and I, and then even Mike Lamano, right? It's guys like that have kind of held me up and said, hey, welcome, and here's how it works. Because literally, as your AD, even though I'm smiling all the time, having a good time, it's still like drinking through a fire hydrant, like one of the things that, Jim and I've talked about in a while, but we've had a bunch of pressing things, is what can we hand an AD when they take over, because so many things are coming at them so quick. And then Jim and the guys decided that I would be the VP and voted me in. And that was like drinking 2 fire hydrants at the same time. But it's their mentorship that allows me to do, because I come from a total different market. And so I thank you for the opportunity. So let's talk about something funny, right? Because Jim, you were in the room and I've never got your take on this. So I've got the Red Wolves that I just started. So we're talking 2021. Now it's 2022. I'm starting the Nebraska 7-on-7 tournament cycle for all of Nebraska, right? So my hands are full. And then all of a sudden, this guy reaches out to me that I know but don't know and says, hey, how would you like to go into football with me, is how he puts it. And we can go forward with this deal. And you'll be in charge of the team, but I'll be in charge of everything else. And I remember saying, that sounds eerily familiar, because at that time I'd only been with LYF for a season. And I remember going, whose name should be nameless, right? I remember going, hey, that sounds like Lincoln Youth Football. And if you're talking about Lincoln Youth Football, you're not going to be able to compete with them. I said, I know just enough over the last year to let you know. So you need to understand what you're getting into, but I'm out, right? I would tell you, I'm not coming in to compete with those guys. Got my own thing. So then he calls me back and says, oh, yeah, you're right. You're going to be the head coach and I'm going to be over you. And then I got a sponsor over me and I got these big ideas. And I remember going to the meeting. I'm looking at all these faces whom I do not know. Some people may have heard of me. Justin, I coach for the most part, I'm unknown. I'm sitting next to you because we're late to the meeting. I sit next to you. He sits next. And 20 minutes later, he gets up and leaves. Now, you and I, who don't know each other from a can of paint, we're sitting beside each other in the meeting. And I'm listening to everything going on. It's Greek, what they're talking about. And they go, well, is this your new AD? What were you thinking of the meeting? Oh, my God. I've never asked you that before. Be honest.
I knew I needed help. So I was really glad to get, that happened, truthfully.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing. I know sometimes you fall into something that you don't know you're going to. And at that point I was ready to pretty much give up the whole thing. But then I got saved.
Oh, I think we had Jim. What were you thinking of the meeting that day? I mean, I just showed up. Remember,
right?
Literally,
right.
The guy brings me in. They go, you're sitting next to him. Yeah. He leaves 20 minutes later. We're looking at his watch the whole time, and now we're all stuck in the room. And you guys don't know me. What were you thinking? Do you even remember?
Well, I mean, look, we had seen. You and I have talked about multiple times, right? Like minds know like minds.
Yes.
Right. You can tell the guys that are down at the park that are in this for the reason, right? Yes. And not saying that anybody that's down there that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like minds attract like minds, So whether I'm standing in front of the Allo kids running that club, whether I have my orange on and I'm running the league, you notice those people. It's easy to notice those people. Last Wednesday at the character camp, you can notice those guys, right? Yeah. And Terry and I had a lot of meetings. Let's be honest, that one year was rough. And, not for lack of trying for anybody, right? We did what we could do. But we noticed you right away. I mean, if we're being honest, it's real easy to notice Cam when he's on the football field. Yeah, so it was easy to notice Cam and Robert,
right?
First.
Yeah.
But then seeing you, and while we were sitting there, because like Terry said, he was almost done. So we were like, okay, we need to keep Terry on, because Terry and I have known each other for almost,
well, he coached you, right?
Right. Kind of,
sort of. Yeah.
So let's go. So we've known each other now for 30 plus years.
Oh my Lord.
Right. Yep. So it was important to keep the Neiman and Sons brand around. It always has been. But we needed somebody that we knew could come in and take over, and not necessarily, we weren't looking for a complete revamp. We weren't looking for what you did, right? But you did it because I knew you could, right? Through us having conversations about, where you were from and what you were looking to do. But I mean, all of us have sat in that room long enough.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure Terry remembers the first time I was in that room when I almost got kicked out. Justin was talking years ago about how there were the set pieces in the room.
Yeah.
Here I came into the room like a fireball, slamming my fists on the table. And the reason why we're so bad is because everybody in this room, and open my mouth. And then I end up doing what I'm doing now. Right.
That's great.
But you can always notice those people. So it's always the side eye. It's who's this guy and what's he doing? But then just the calmness that you could tell, because, and don't take this the wrong way, Terry had a lot of anxiety for that last year, right? Sitting in the meeting. When you sat there and sat next to him, Terry was back to the old Terry. It wasn't the, what am I going to do? This and that. It was, okay, we're going to be fine. So it was great to have you there. It's been great to have you since.
Yeah.
But
it's been crazy. I mean, I've never talked about that before, but that had to be so awkward for everybody. Like, what just happened? But it did turn around, because if you remember, Justin made the comment, because we were talking still, I can't remember where it went, but Justin said, you don't have to worry about it with that guy sitting next to you. I remember everybody like, what? He is going to take care of you. So all that's done. We don't need to talk about it. We need to move on. And I remember looking at Justin going, interesting, right? So how's it been since? How do you feel like the first year, which was year before last, then the second year?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? We good? Okay. So listen, we're going to pause. We're getting so comfortable. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about Terry's transition with me as your athletic director and sponsor rep. We had a lot of meetings. We'll talk about that and where we've come so far and what you're thinking about the program. We'll talk about some other things as well, that Jim, your questions, and then we'll kind of go from there. Why don't you take us to break?
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
MHC isn't new, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartments, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can also handle your commercial moves as well. There's never fees on trucks, stairs, elevators, long carry, and last-minute booking, and no trip or fuel charges. Also no upcharge on weekends, and they do offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering and finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Treads Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Treads Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Treads Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Looking to upgrade your hay equipment this season? Landmark Implement has a lineup of pre-owned balers and windrowers ready to go to work. In the race against time, make sure your hay equipment is up to the task. When you buy used hay equipment from Landmark, you're backed by our extensive parts and service network, complete with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you in the field. Shop all used hay equipment online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Back to Youth Football 101 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay. We're back. We were laughing up, having a good time. I kind of threw a curveball in there by accident. It wasn't planned, Terry. But now the cat's out of the bag, right? So it's literally 2.5 years ago now.
Yep.
And because we're going to our third season now, we're already working. And so you invite me over to your house to talk to you and your family, and now I'm standing in front of you and all your boys, and Chris is like, okay, what are we going to do here? How was that experience? That had to be crazy.
It was good. I mean, we found out that we were so much alike.
Yes.
That from our backgrounds to family, to everything we talk about.
Yes.
It seems like we're on the
same page.
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tell me yours and you tell them each other's.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was me.
We are twins.
Right.
I think Lincoln, that's what we did find out right through this experience, that we are twins, right? I mean, we are very similar with outlooks, how we grew up, how we were raised, even though it was 1,000 miles apart and I was a dependent, but we were raised very similar values, structure. We really feed off each other really well, and we've been able to have some success. So, we go into the first year, and we're nearly 500 as in total club across the board. Jim, you're the authoritarian in this area, but we're nearly as a program. I know our two higher C teams lost a lot, but as a program, we're doing pretty well. How did that make you feel? Did that give you more encouragement to keep going?
Oh yeah, by far. I mean, like when you came on, we had very few probably coaches left that were going to stay or that moved on somewhere
Forgot about
else
that, yeah.
or something. So in order to take a new program, be a new AD, and bring on all new coaches and organize that, and then set up practices and set up everything, I didn't really have a lot to compare anything to.
Right.
And then after we had a few meetings and sat down and started talking about the structure and how practice is going to be, and then some of the coaches that you brought on were on the same page as you, and we kind of build off of that. We still didn't have probably enough coaches the first year,
Correct.
and but we did good. I mean, we came from not winning any games in 7 teams, or how many teams we had.
Mhm.
I think we won 1 game out of 7 teams that 1 year. That's a struggle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we hung in there. I'm kind of used to that, because when I was in high school, I think we won 2 games my whole year in high school. So to me, it was kind of the same old thing.
Yeah.
How do we get this better? And then I was used to being at Leon's, and Leon's had phenomenal coaches, and they had phenomenal players, and they had phenomenal support from parents. And it was a whole different ball game, whole different area, whole different ball game.
Yeah, yeah.
So then you came in, and Tank came in and made our area just like everybody else's area.
Yeah.
That's how I'd compare it.
Okay.
And that first year, I mean, we won a lot of games.
We won a lot of games.
We won a lot of games that first year. I mean, we had a couple teams that were 500.
Yeah.
And then last year we just kept building, and last year we won a city champion. We had our other teams were all really competitive all the way through. So it just gets better and better, but it all comes from being organized and what you put together with everybody, and all the new coaches. And then we just had a meeting last week, and
that was crazy.
It was crazy because all the old coaches were there, which I'm not used to. Usually you come back and half
Brand
of them
new.
are gone. So all of our old coaches are there, and then there's a whole room full of
New coaches.
Probably just as many new coaches as old coaches.
It was full. I mean, the room was full.
Yeah, and all those new coaches had a lot of good things to say.
They did.
And they were all on board, and so I'm really looking forward to this year.
Yeah. I am as well. And I think, Jim, you and I talk, and we have talked in the beginning, and I think that I have a little bit, not only am I myself, but I have a little bit of you in the things that you talked about that you do. Justin, which I experienced for 1 year and watching him put the team together. Mike Lamano, who I know very, very well. And then I spent a lot of time talking to Mike about in his coaching days and the things he used to do. And then obviously you and I. And so it really helped me kind of formulate, like, what do I want this to look like? And the number one thing is, and Jim, we talk about this all the time. And I don't care if we win. Yes, we're winning, but if you're putting in the grind and if you're putting in the work, you're going to at some point winning. Now, the success we had in the first year and the second year was probably more than anybody anticipated. Even Jim last year, I remember at the radio station, you were saying that I think you're going to do a little bit better than you think you're going to do when we talked about, remember, what the season was.
Well, again, you see it, but let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
How does it feel? Because I know that I do it, and I know you do it. How does it feel at that parent meeting when you stand there in front of those parents and say, number 1 rule, it's okay for my coaches to be tough on your kids. Number 2, I don't care what the record is.
Yes.
Isn't it great to see that look of horror when they look at you like, oh my gosh, you're so you don't care. No, the point is if we're doing things right,
yes,
the first record doesn't matter
Right.
because everything will come.
That's right.
But it's like that. I'm going to step back for a second. I'm going to derail us because you brought up something that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay, good.
Miss Chris and the work that Chris does.
Yes.
To keep one, I mean, we all know, right? It takes a special kind of woman
Yes.
to deal with us.
Yes.
When we're like this.
Yes.
Right. And Chris will sit out at the park with Terry all day on
All
Sunday,
day.
and they'll just move from field to field to field. So special shout out to Chris Neiman and the work that she does.
Yes.
1, to keep this man happy, but 2, to keep Neiman running.
Chris knows she's my girl. Like, I had to get my hugs from her when I see her because I know that she is the battery that's powering Terry. And so I'm always careful what I say to Terry because I know that he needs to give it to Chris first. So it's like, let me make sure I'm saying the right thing. I think there was only one time it was like, oops. Probably didn't go over very well. I'm going to let you handle that, Terry. So, yeah, so shout out to her and the things that she does and the things that she's put up because, you know, most situations like that would have said, it's time to throw in the towel, right? But obviously she didn't push you that direction. And now, look, I mean, our gym, very similar to your meetings, we had our first meeting and our room was full. Like, it was a couple more people would have been standing room only. And so it was really touching to see that. And we literally could not move forward until Terry and Chris got there. And everybody was comfortable with it. You could clearly see that no one was like, oh, let's get the meeting going. It was really, yeah, we're waiting. And there's a reason. And so they came in, we were cheering, everybody's clapping, giving them a hard time. And we're happy to see them. And we got the meeting started. But as you said, not only are we bringing back the odors now, we did lose, and shout out to my guy, Erwin Swinney, right? I owe him, even though he and I don't talk as much as we probably should, I owe him so much because he came in with such a positive attitude, and he was able to really get us molded defensively, where that's really our anchor in a lot of what he did, and he will always get the credit for that. He stepped down because he doesn't have a son playing. His daughter is athletic as heck.
Yeah, she's a great volleyball player.
Yeah, and so he needs to spend more time there and with his family, and so we will miss him. He did tell us that he's going to come back, you know, here and there, and he's always welcome and still seen and revered and viewed as the GOAT. And so we'll miss him as a whole. We were able to step up with 2 monsters. Rob, who's my son, who is, everybody knows, is an offensive mind as the overall head coach of the organization, and then his buddy, Crash or Henry Livingston. And what's unique about that is Rob and Henry have been best friends since 2007 at Wayne State, and then Arena Ball, and then with the Bandits they both played for. Henry still has some records there as a defensive back. That probably pretty scary, as big as he is at 6'2" during those times. So we are, because of people like Erwin and the teaching, we're really still grounded and still structured to be able to move forward. So that's super exciting as a whole. So based on what you've seen in the past, where do you see us? And Jim, you two chime in. Where do you see us fitting in, having most of the components and more that we've had in the past? And we've cycled through our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams from beyond, and now we're at the new Neiman 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams.
Look, we've talked about competition in Lincoln for a while.
Yes.
Right? And if we're being honest, like Terry said, they didn't win many games.
Right.
Which they still turned out football players. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We had the conversation last year that you used to be able to mark off certain teams.
Mm-hmm.
There were teams like, okay, you know, we had a duck. There's no ducks in LYF anymore.
No.
You're not getting by anybody. You better be ready. You better come ready.
Everybody. Yes.
So, you know, which, quick reminder, tackle season starts 3 weeks from last Thursday.
Hey,
registration's still open.
Lincoln, July 31st. Mark your calendars. Registration is still open. LincolnYouthFootballLeague.com. LincolnYouthFootballLeague.com. Get your kids registered. If you need assistance with scholarship, do the scholarship portion first. Wait for the answer before you register. It is time. Jim just insinuated, he's right. Lincoln is busting at the seams. There's been so much training this past off season that it's absolutely incredible. And I'm looking forward to where we are and where we're going as a program. And again, as always, I shout out to all the parents and I talk about, like, you need to come out to the ballpark on Sundays at 225 South Street, right? Because don't you want to know in this community the kids to look forward to in the future? Don't you want to see those kids? It's a beautiful facility. Bring your lawn chair and take a look around at what's happening in Lincoln, because we're beginning through training and the league itself, what we're doing in the executive board, what the board is doing, which is really solid, to look to the future for Lincoln football to continue being better and kids having even more opportunities, right, to go to the next level. And so get out there and support these kids. And we should see you at the high school level, if you're not doing anything on Fridays and Saturdays, and looking at what's going on in the market. It's absolutely incredible that the level of football that we're at.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah.
Are we lost?
No, we're not.
Are
we ever lost, Hank?
You know we're not. We're just having too much fun, right? Yeah. So no.
This is the Neiman show. This is your show, so I'm just following this time.
Oh, he said I'm backing up. All right. So here we are. How is this feeling of this season compared to years in the past for you?
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm ready to roll. I want to thank you for everything you did, and I think Neiman's has continued to grow and get better every year. But I also want to thank, Jim and Mike and all these other guys too, because you guys have put in so much time over the years too. That day is just as much as me, right? Or more. We got so many good people in this whole program. And then to touch on my wife, Chris, who has done an amazing job and supported me over all the years. But it's not only Chris, it's all of everybody's wives and everybody's significant other or husbands or where now we got women coaching, which is awesome too. And their husbands, they're at home taking care of everything and taking care of the home and the family and having dinner ready when they get home and things like that. When we really appreciate all of them.
We should probably go to break.
So yeah, we're going to take off. We're going to go to break. Hey, actually, you know what? I'm going to hold you hostage, Terry, so we can finish the last 5 minutes. We're going to go to break. We'll come back and we'll talk about some of the training in the area. We'll talk about Paramount. We'll talk about kids that are out there in the market right now that are doing a bang-up job, and then we'll call it good. So you want to take us to break? Let's go. I get the thumbs up over here.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer until July 31st, 2025. Approved financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years. And I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Back to Youth Football 101 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
101. We are going to transition now from the LYF side to the we've always had this, right? Where last year we did the Nebraska 7v7, but you guys have developed into so much more, right? So now we have the Paramount. See, I keep looking better football training. I remember the conversation you and I had about what you should call Paramount. Right.
We did.
So Paramount is what? Paramount Youth Sports Academy. Is that what it is now?
There's two kind of names that are popping out there: Paramount Sports Academy and Paramount Football Academy.
There you go.
I haven't really decided which one we're going to land on, but you can find it online at ParamountFootballAcademy.org. That's the domain name for it. And then what goes next, we don't know.
Right. So it's developing into so much, right? I'll still remember, back in, what was it? Back November, December last year when you're like, hey, come over here and see this. And we walked into an empty warehouse and I was like, oh no.
I was so excited.
I was like, okay, here we go. But then to come back in, like when I helped coach Lyman this winter, what you guys have done is impressive. So let's walk through a little bit. How did Paramount come to fruition?
Okay, so there's two parts. First, I'm gonna talk about Terry, and then I'm gonna wind back to the vision that you're aware of. So Terry comes to me, and I'll let you take over from here. Terry literally comes to me toward the end of the season and says, "What?
When do we have a place in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we can train kids all year round how to play football?"
Yep.
Everybody else has it.
Yeah.
Lincoln don't have anything.
And then
Right?
Jeff
So-
comes up to you.
So, yeah. And then
Yeah.
we just kind of
Jeff Fredericks comes up and says, talks to him.
Yeah. So Jeff Fredericks had this building for rent, and he said, "You guys interested in renting our building?" And I called Tank, and Tank said, "Sure."
Yeah, not knowing what I was getting into.
Right. And we started putting things together.
Yes.
You had to get the turf and
Mhm.
plywood on the walls.
Yep.
And we had to go purchase a lot of weights and the barbells and all the stuff for the training for the weightlifting. And Tank has just kind of taken it from there completely.
It's just
So-
been absolutely insane as far as that. And what's crazy about that is the day that it happened had been a vision that was coming to fruition. Because if you remember, last summer actually is when Paramount Training came on, and we were doing training at
Out at the Lincoln Sports
Foundation,
Yep.
which was the old Abbott.
Yep.
And it was Robert, me, Swinney, CJ from the university. Ashley was there.
Yeah, you guys had that
Ariel,
camp out there.
And we had those camps, and we were doing it, and we were doing it like every other day. So that was the end of it. So we kind of had the shirts at that particular time. I honestly think the one I had on earlier was one of them, because it just said Paramount Football Academy, The Climb. And then all of a sudden, fast forward an entire football season, and then you walk up to me and say, "Hey, I need you to meet somebody," and Paramount was born. And I was so excited that I was oblivious to the fact that it was a warehouse with nothing in it, right? And like, okay, how do I pay you for this? And what are we going to do here? And how's this going to work? And it was like, this is 10,000 square feet. Like, this is above my pay grade. Like, it was, there's a dream, there's a vision, there's a dream, and then there's reality, right? And so obviously, Terry has mentored me through all of this, helped me with so much to be able to put this on. But the benefits, right, have been huge. I mean,
let's talk about that. How's your training going, right? Because we did, if we're talking about the weights, because we've discussed that before, right?
Yes.
Just so you guys know, if you have 12 to 14-year-olds that need training on the north side of town, citywide, doesn't matter, right? Whatever you guys can do, whatever you need to do. Tank's the type, Terry's the type. Reach out; they'll get you taken care of. But how's that training going with your volunteers?
Good. Really good. Are you aware? It's like 30, 40 kids in there Monday through Thursday for 2 hours that are training across the city. One of the things that is in my heart is how to, Lincoln doesn't have a middle school program publicly where they have a weightlifting program and football training there at the school. It's not until they transition to high school. I've noticed as I've been in Nebraska, our high school kids, especially at the 9th grade, are a little bit smaller, and not until 11th grade do you really see them come into line with the other programs. And so what we offer is for people from 12 to 14 to be able to come in and train, whether it's with your dad, whether it's with our program, no matter who it's with, come in and get some training. And so right now we have strength and conditioning coaches, Brian Reber and Grant Wassenberger, who I talked to this morning. They come in and they train people on the strength part, and then they do conditioning. And let me tell you something, that place is full. We get some high school kids that are coming in as now. We've got some kids at the university that aren't playing anymore that are also training. We've got a couple of guys that own flag football teams that are training other kids as well. Coach Rob, Coach Crash are training receivers and DBs, which is super, super exciting as well. And so you just got so much interaction in there that sometimes when I get a moment, right, because I'm 4 companies deep here, right, and I get a moment 5 companies deep, and I get in there. It's like, oh, what just happened? So the training is amazing. I was in there this morning. I opened up at 7:30, and there was a lineman training that was done by some of the coaches from Lincoln Northwest. But again, the criteria I have is open. There are other couple coaches that came in and go, hey, I've heard about this. I didn't know how true it was. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to set up some training myself.
Okay. We got 30 seconds left. So go ahead, Terry. What do you got to say? What are your closing arguments? No closing arguments. Hey, let's make sure if you haven't registered your kids yet, get out and get registered. Football starts soon. Any parting comments?
You know, if you want some training going into that and you just want to train your kids, or you want some training, 3200 North 23rd Street, Paramount Football Academy. You can also find it ParamountFootballAcademy.org, right? And come over there. There's a calendar up of what's going on. Come over there, get some training. I do most of it free. Last thing I'll say is we are doing the homegrown in Lincoln. Abdul Muhammad and I have tied together. He is bringing 19 studs from Omaha. We're getting together about 15 studs, best elite football players here. So thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon on the 20th.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday.